That is our approach. And I'll just make the point to you, it's not a unique approach. It's happened in Brisbane, it's happened in Perth, it's happened in New South Wales in different forms. It's happened in Adelaide. I think that's probably the most similar one. You know, this virus isn't gone, and 5 days, as challenging as it is infinitely better than taking a chance and then finishing up with a 5-week lockdown or something much, much worse.
Based on health advice, will you release that health advice? And don't.
Well, this is a bit of a word game. To be honest, this is a bit of a word game. The Chief Health Officer, I'll get advice, and I've not yet got that advice because, frankly, it wasn't the number one concern about the Cabinet document. But the Chief Health Officer, and he can do it again if you'd like him to, I'm sure, the orders, which are publicly available, are his advice. And his signature's on the bottom of them, and that's what was presented to Cabinet, and that's what was agreed. So the advice has essentially been released because it is the orders at law, the rules, that the Chief Health Officer signed off on, and that we've all been living under for these last 5 days, and with a bit more to go, but are coming off at midnight tonight. Well, I think nearly 40,000 people coming out getting tested because we've asked them to would indicate that the community knows and understands how significant this is. And to be honest, it's not about politics. I've got literally no interest in that because it doesn't work against this. So constant criticism, political point scoring, the loudest voices, which I don't think speak for quite as many people as they say, they don't work. Signs, graffiti, all this sort of stuff, it doesn't work against this virus. I know that this is a deeply emotional thing. There is pain, there is hurt. I understand that. What I'm about doing is making sure that we at all times, we do everything we can to limit that. But it's not over. We've got 1 pallet of vaccines turned up. That's great news. But we haven't got any in anyone's arms yet. That's a process. You know, and some might see that as the moon landing. I think it's the start of the end. It is not the end of this pandemic. It's not. It just isn't. And we just can't pretend that it is. I know we all want to, desperately, and, you know, I won't say no one more than me because I think everyone's kind of the same. Everyone wants this to be over. But the job I've got means I don't have the luxury, for the sake of being popular, to pretend that it is.